doing these for a reason, by the way?
Yeah, you don't.
All right.
Oh, Galen, are we on the air yet? Rule Nazi?
What?
Rule Nazi Galen?
Oh my God.
For those listening at home, Mein Führer Galen over here won't let us do what we want. He won't start things on time.
But I did.
Well,
Keeps the trains running on time.
Yeah, the trains and the Volkswagens are... Ain't nothing but a heartache. Telling why
this podcast was a mistake.
Beautiful, guys.
I know. Welcome
to
To the Go On Podcast.
with our special guest, our friend Jeff.
Jeff.
Hello. Hi.
Hey there.
Hello.
Hi. Jeff, have you ever listened to this podcast? Do you know what the point of this podcast is?
I have not.
Okay. Jim
I
or
did-
Galen, would you like to break it down?
No, you're taking the reins.
Oh boy.
Okay, so what we do, Jeff, there's much banter, much laughter,
Right.
much camaraderie.
I fucked it up already.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
that's good.
no,
You
no.
fucked it up.
Such
You did
Great
fuck it up.
Heights.
Such Great
I was gonna
Heights
say.
is his favorite Postal Service song. And what we do here is we have scenarios, and then Jim will read off these scenarios that he's written, and we have to try to come up with the best answer, and then he tells us who the best answer came from.
Okay.
And we can ask questions,
Uh-huh.
and we can make light of things.
Good. Is there to be any lampooning,
None at all.
No.
No
lambasting?
That's strike 2, actually.
Yeah, clear rules.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was clear. Clearly, I wasn't.
I mentioned I did not listen to any material.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure I essentially mentioned all that. Did I mention lampooning and
I think
lambasting?
you essentially did.
I think I did. If
Fine.
you had read between the lines.
Fine. I'm very bad at subtext.
So don't worry. That's only 2 strikes. You have another strike against you before ultimate death.
pointing to the left field bleachers, and that's
Yeah.
where I'm going to hit the...
Good.
Those
home
people
run.
are scared.
Good.
There, yeah.
The great Bambi.
You did this.
This is your
People
fault.
there.
The man who was named after the chocolate bar of baseball.
Snickers. Dr. Snickers.
Dr. Twix Snickerbocker.
First baseman, Crunchy.
All right, Kit Kat Big Turk. Let's see what you got. Am I right, Galen? On the ones and twos, Mr. Galen Isaac Galloway! Right?
You, right?
Cat Big Turk. That's right.
And this podcast, unfortunately, is no longer brought to you by Retrograde Concrete. We had a problem with our sponsor.
Oh, no.
Now we are brought
happened?
to you by Mojo Shot. Let's just say we couldn't get on board with their political views.
Not exactly as retrograde as you might
You know what I
like.
mean?
my God.
But Mojo Shot has come on as a clear sponsor, and right now, for a limited time only, if you add me on Xbox Live, Grave X Titan, you will get a case of blue Mojo Shot, free of charge, courtesy of Mojo Shot.
I have had you as a Xbox Live friend for a while. What could I hope to earn from
A continued friendship!
Hey!
Everything.
Friendship!
Friendship.
First scenario. Okay.
Shit, okay.
First scenario. What's the scenario?
There
As
is...
the rap song would
Okay,
say.
so I wrote this one just writing it. Okay, there's
Oh,
this guy at
did
work.
you?
There's this guy at work who you just don't like. Annoying, shitty to be around, never stops talking, and it's horrible to listen to.
Hitting close to home for
I was
Galen.
going to say,
Galen, it might be Galen. You are bet $5,000 by your coworkers that you can't anonymously drive him insane and get him to quit over the course of 30 days. What is your 3-stage plan to destroy him?
Whoa. Okay, now I have a question.
Yep.
If I do something... Basically, can my actions come back to haunt me? Will they come back to bite me in the ass? If I do say something illegal, will I be arrested and prosecuted?
It should be anonymous. You should be
I won't get
held...
caught.
you
I
won't
won't
get
get caught.
No.
Okay.
If you do it properly, you should be.
Of
you should
course
be
I will do it
anonymous the
properly.
entire time.
That's something a buffoon
Your,
would say.
your identity
But-
must be hidden in some way.
Okay. And it's a 3-step process.
3 steps.
And we just have to drive him out of this place.
Yeah. Drive him insane. Get him to quit.
Okay. Any questions from you?
Any more questions?
So this guy, I'm like particularly hostile, right? Like,
Right.
like there's just all the stops can be pulled out. Like,
Yeah.
this guy, I just got to get him out of here, and I get $5,000.
$5,000. 30 days.
30 days is not a lot of time, but I mean, you got to. Does he have to put in his 2 weeks notice, or does he just have to stomp out in
He's
like
got to
a
go.
bad huff?
He's got to be out in 30 days. So either you got 2 weeks to do it, and he gets the 2 weeks notice.
Oh, well, that would be best for the company, so they can find the
True.
replacement
Right.
soon enough, and we can maybe move on to
Company man.
our next plan to destroy
Yeah.
another human being.
Right.
His life.
Okay. Galen, questions?
No.
Come on!
Wow.
I'm good.
Galen!
Galen's 100% prepared for this.
been taking this since
Well,
day
I ain't
one.
No questions to ask.
Galen's done it.
Since the day we started this podcast, Galen's
He's
been
just been
dreaming.
trying
That's why Rob
I'm gonna
Mosley's no
create a
longer on this podcast, isn't it?
And slowly drive all you assholes insane. Kyle's almost there. That's why he doesn't show up anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Eric went super quick.
Yep.
Yeah.
Matt.
I like a twig.
Rob
That's
moved
not-
to another town
moved,
based
made
upon
it
your
move.
actions.
Couldn't get far enough away.
You're the only original left. Jim.
Yeah.
You made some recruitment.
I don't like the implication that I'm not original.
It is a
Your
little
first
rude.
time.
It's a little uncalled for.
He's a special guest, not an original cast.
Okay.
Acceptable?
That's
Yeah.
what the OC stands for. Original cast.
It's on all our hockey sweaters.
Original cast, Saturday Night
It
Live.
was about us.
Oh,
Yeah.
I get it. I get it.
I wrote that.
No, I get it.
Knowing what was
It's very meta, as they
Yeah.
say in art.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 3-step process.
3 steps.
Step 1.
Stages.
Whew. Okay. First thing I do is I just start telling people around the office. This is step 1.
Yeah,
Start
step
telling
1.
people around the office that he's
Stage
been...
1. Got it.
Stage 1. So stage 1 cancer. I start telling everyone throughout the office that this dude, who will, just so it's easier to talk about this, I'll call him Galen.
Galen.
So
Got it. Yeah.
I will start telling everyone around the office that Galen has been talking shit, and I will make up specific things, and I'll say, look, he told this to me. I don't think you should say this out loud to him. Don't confront him about this. He's pretty sketchy, but this is something he said, and so people will start to resent hypothetical Galen Isaac Galloway. So so he'll start realizing he feels uncomfortable. Oh, welcome, Sam.
Hello.
So immediately our coworkers will start to dislike this individual who, for the sake of the conversation, we are calling Galen. So step 2 of this, so Galen already feels, hypothetical Galen, not you Galen, hypothetical Galen Isaac Galloway starts to feel uncomfortable in the office, and he doesn't want to be there, okay?
Yep.
Whenever we have meetings, no one will sit near him. He's hating it, okay?
Yep.
So step 2... Galen, I'm trying to speak. Thank you. It's rude. So step 2 is I will file an HR complaint against him.
Okay.
And I will say that he's made me feel uncomfortable. Hypothetical Galen Isaac Galloway started to touch me inappropriately. Hypothetical Galen has cornered me in the supply room where there are no cameras. And because hypothetical Galen works in IT, he has found a way to shut off the security cameras, which I will do thanks to my tech skills.
Right.
And I will blame it on hypothetical Galen. And so that right there is a formal complaint, just in case, and no one else will actually lodge a complaint. There's that. And so he'll be written up, and he'll be like, well, I didn't do this, and we'll be like, well, no one else says this. And lastly, I will log into hypothetical Galen's computer and search for child pornography and have him arrested.
Perfect.
Yeah. Good. Good.
And everyone
good
will be like,
stages.
that makes sense. He was creepy. He kept saying these weird sexual things. Everyone's
Yep.
talking about him saying these sexual things. He assaulted Spencer in a supply closet because he does look so young and supple and like a newborn babe. As far as
Galen's very bear-like.
yeah, and as far as junk size,
Hypothetical Galen is very bear-like.
as far as junk size goes, hypothetically, I'm the same size as an infant, so
Right.
it makes hypothetically,
Yeah.
so it makes sense.
Right. Does
that make sense?
Yeah, and so you will be arrested and carted off, and at the very least, it will. He might leave before that because
Yep.
he just feels uncomfortable and doesn't like it there. But you know,
That's a-
I'm a
being
company
carted
man,
away
I'm
by
there
the
forever.
police and
To a
a
police.
registered sex offender.
Hypothetical
Good
that
steps.
is.
You know, pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
Pretty.
not
It's pretty realistic. I
Yeah.
mean, I could see it happening in the next week.
Sure.
What? Did I win? Is that the music?
Yep.
Okay, Jeff, how would you go about getting rid of anyone? You can pick
Well,
another name if you need to.
I really liked your method for getting rid of Galen.
Well, okay, so we're gonna stick with Galen.
I think it's just easier.
It's easy.
You don't want to confuse everybody.
Yeah,
this
it's
guy,
easier.
so hypothetical Galen
Okay.
is a universally disliked person.
Everybody hates
so
you.
low. So okay,
This is before this even started.
right.
Right.
So my strategy is to get close to Galen. Just
Yep.
start like meeting. My first step is just like, hey man, like just meet him in the lunchroom. Just like, what's up? What are you having for lunch?
Yeah.
Bro? And he's like, oh, I just brought this like egg salad tuna sandwich. Like I'm not even really hungry. And so I'm like, well, come on, let's go to Wendy's. Like Wendy's is just down the street. I buy him Baconator.
Wendy's
Nice.
is legit. I love Wendy's.
Yeah.
I love Wendy's burgers and fries, and they're
Grave X Titan on Xbox Live. Wendy's.
I bravely default for Nintendo 3DS. So I take this guy out to lunch. We start hanging out. I just like, what are you doing after work? Like, hey, have you seen House of Cards? It's on
Yeah.
Netflix. Let's check out
Cool.
the first
Yeah.
episode. Cool.
Be his friend.
So yeah, so I gained his
He
trust.
loves that kind of show. He loves. I hear hypothetical Galen loves Suits. He's that kind of guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's
I don't
Mad
need to
Men-
say
Mad Men.
anymore.
Yeah.
He's
Really
a
into-
Suits fan.
Really into like
seen Mad
Mad Men.
Mad
We're
Men.
not talking about
Yeah,
you, Galen.
this is-
Basically,
It's pronounced Mad Men.
Oh.
Mad Men.
Okay.
Never seen Mad
Well,
Men.
this is.
Galen, can you
94.
listen
Is it
to...
Mad Men or
I was about
Mad
to.
Men.
Okay,
Mad
step
Men.
2. Diabolical plan. Step 2.
Okay.
Yep.
I get my girlfriend who works at the same office, and she's hot,
Yeah.
and she has blonde hair and huge boobs.
Okay.
She's like,
Sounds like someone who works in an office.
and who would date me?
Right.
also.
Right.
Right.
So,
right.
so this girl, I convince. All right, so I'm really good friends with Galen now, and you know I'm trying to hit the fucking guy fired here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of
So
course.
what I need you to do is sleep with him.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Hot tamale!
I plan to
gonna
pimp
that
out
going over
my
there.
current girl. I plan
Hashtag
my plan is to
hot
pimp
tamale.
out my girlfriend to this lonely
A little
stranger
exhibit
who
style.
we all work with, and then sort of get an idea for his sexual gimmicks. I don't want to say gimmicks. Sexual sort of
Gimmicks is fair
twists.
when talking about hypothetical Galen.
I'm trying to dig deep into this guy's soul of
Right.
the most horrid and languid sexual.
You know
things
it's
that
there.
It has to be. So,
Maybe drinks in the workplace.
yeah, of course.
Maybe.
Could be. So
The worst flavor continues.
so she engages in coitus with this universally
Okay.
disliked, perhaps smelly individual.
Okay.
Yeah.
And learns his sexual deviancy history.
Okay.
Step 3,
Solomon.
I organize a threesome sex orgy.
Oh.
A lot of sex involved in this.
Okay.
Well,
Continue.
it's a very delicate plan.
Yeah.
We have the threesome sex orgy where he
Yeah.
is allowing us to urinate and defecate on him. We
Yeah.
have lobsters and brine shrimp that we're rolling
Whoa.
around in.
Wow!
That sounds like the type of thing Galen... Hypothetical
Hypothetical Galen would
Galen.
love this, okay?
Yep.
My hot girlfriend loves me, so she's down with whatever makes me happy.
She's
Right.
she's a
And
good
right
lady.
now, and
She's
right,
a good lady.
and she wants to have
Hey, you
sex
better
with
put a ring
$500.
on it, as Beyonce would chant.
Precisely. And so
Not a single lady.
Not a single lady.
we sort of organize and engineer this sex threesome at
Sex
work,
threesome,
saying that
okay.
it's like this, it's always been my thing to just do it in the office.
Right.
And at the same time, we plan a surprise party for our boss,
Okay.
Oh.
but tell him to meet us there with the brine shrimp and
still step
lobsters.
3?
This is step 3 is a big
Still
step.
step 3.
Sex orgy.
It's a big step. So
Sex orgy / surprise party.
So, so we invite the entire staff to work, except for her and I, to alleviate suspicion, because I
Right.
wouldn't be invited to a party anyway.
Right.
No.
That's fair. That's accurate.
Obvious.
Accurate.
And so what happens
for
when he
realism.
opens the door to the office and everyone
Okay.
yells "surprise" and he's there naked from the waist down, no,
Right.
he's bottomless.
You should tell him that the anti-safe word is surprise.
that's the go for it.
Anti-safe
That's the
word.
go for it, no matter what.
Right.
word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep
Well,
going.
Make sure you close your eyes and go full speed.
If you
ahead.
hear that, close your eyes and sexually
Get to work.
dominate the first thing you encounter.
Right. Right. Right.
So he has the lobsters and the brine shrimp, and he's bottomless, and he shows himself to the entire staff.
Yeah?
And
I could see that happening.
and someone says, I guess that's why they don't call it a jumbo shrimp," and they point at his genitals.
Whoa.
And he,
Hypothetical
It
Galen.
and he leaves in disgrace, and I am $5,000 richer.
Yeah.
But I also broke up with my girlfriend for cheating on me.
Nice. Well, she was
work.
such a slut for
Good
cheating.
work.
Like,
Yeah.
Can't
I mean,
believe
who would?
she-
That's disgusting.
That is
right?
horrible. Why would you do that?
I mean, oh my god.
Have some dignity.
Yeah,
you know?
with Galen?
What, some guy just asked you to do something?
There's music that just came on.
No, he won.
Jeff won his okay.
Yeah.
Galen, who would, and you don't need to stick with hypothetical Galen if you don't want to. It might be easier.
Use any
but Galen, how would you get this person to quit?
Hypothetical Galen.
Wow!
Okay. All
Wild card!
Uh-huh. What about
I
him?
don't know. I've just been blanking out this whole time.
It sounds like that's...
This poor,
Classic
poorly named
Galen.
person. Is having such a rough time.
Galen is a very poor name. Hypothetically.
Terrible.
Hypothetically.
Yeah.
Poor.
You'd think it would have certain connotations on a person, but I mean, Galen's a fine guy, so.
Yeah.
Galen Weston's alright too. He spells it wrong. But
Don't know who that is.
Nope.
I knew a guy...
Weston Foods?
Yeah.
Actually?
President's Choice.
Yeah, okay.
Galen Weston Jr. does those commercials.
Right. You got the glasses?
That's the one.
Alright, okay. Good guy.
Galen's dad.
Good guy.
Yep. That's how
My
names work.
ex-girlfriend
That's
first
how families are
Pretty
named.
sure that's how
Really?
that works.
She was like... some sort of-
I don't know. I kind of want to try making him think he's haunted.
Okay.
Oh.
Wow.
paranormal approach.
Yeah.
A lot of like magnets on little race cars under his desk, kind of thing, and make shit just like move around. Just tiny magnets on stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
Stage 1 haunting.
pay off everyone to pretend they don't hear the happening all the time. At, like,
Okay.
random
So are you going to
intervals.
take that from the $5,000 you're going to win?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm investing.
Oh, it's
Okay.
in your own future.
It's gonna come back. It's gonna come back.
It's gonna come back, but it is
Okay.
right.
I pray that you're right in this.
Yeah. And then
Well, that's 2 steps, so you've
That's
got
two steps.
1
So your
more
third step to get hypothetical Galen to quit would be
Other than race cars.
So you have race
Really?
car ghosts.
haunted race car.
You have the Friday the 13th noise.
yeah, step 2.
And...
One more step.
Step 3.
drum roll. It's not a drum
That's
roll.
what baby
but-
breath sounds like.
Spend
Chop,
more
chop,
money.
chop,
Spend
chop.
some more Well, I'm gonna chop some fake like bodies and just
Oh.
brother.
change all the light bulbs to red and like fake bodies with no heads just in the office one day.
And then you're gonna like skin some grapes and say they're eyeballs as well. Give me a break!
Why would I? They're eyeballs.
It's like a haunted house.
I don't want that. I just want to do that, and so he freaks out and then goes and gets someone. Oh, my beard. Goes and gets someone, and then comes back and it's all gone. Like
You're spending
I don't want to keep it.
fortune on
I
this.
know.
You
but I
understand,
could do
Yeah.
it,
right?
And
Galen's
I could
setting up a Japanese television
I
show.
could do it for $1,000. And then maybe another $1,000 just to pay everyone, because I assume everyone hates this guy.
So you only want $3,000 out of this.
So what? By getting rid of this fucking guy I hate, $3,000's totally enough.
Win-win.
I do it for $10.
Fair.
Wow.
Plus
$10.
expenses.
Okay.
Okay. which way it might end up being at the end of
Yeah, that's actually how
I
it's
could
gonna
do it.
work
I could do
out.
that for $1,000. I could do it.
Okay.
Jim, you gonna fund it?
I just don't believe in the plan. I'm sorry.
Really?
I won't play myself the music.
Before you decide on a winner, how would you do this? Actually, wait, do you want to decide on a winner, then tell us what you would do?
I think Jeff wins.
Wow!
I think that was strong.
Play the
I got
music!
the music.
Oh, bro.
All
Dun.
winners here, except for me. I didn't get the music, so I'm
Dun,
not
dun,
a
dun,
winner.
dun, dun, dun.
But you got
Blah!
Or else which one was this?
this one. There we go. So,
There it
yep,
is.
there it is.
How would I do it?
Wait, did you mute the microphone?
This is not a visual
No,
medium?
I can hear you.
Okay, so Jim, how would you go about getting someone fired? Three
Well,
steps.
the first thing is I would fuck with their computer. So I would flip their computer
Might be my
screen.
style. I did say
Yeah.
something to do with computers, but
I would flip their computer screen.
okay.
So they were totally fucking confused all day long. They wouldn't know what to do.
Okay.
They're a dinosaur anyway. It's fucking Galen. He doesn't know what he's doing. anyways.
Right. Okay.
So he'd be lost right away.
it's fair, Galen.
So and then while I'm on there, I put in some quick searches to some child porn. I'm
Yeah.
gonna steal that as well. And
Just copy and paste what you like. That's fine. Go ahead.
Again, I still didn't win. Continue.
no, but it's a good suggestion. I'm going to start with the child porn.
And
Go
then
straight to
shrimp.
child porn. Yeah. Now, the jumbo shrimp side of the plan, that's really where things start to kick
Okay.
in. What I want to say is, I'm gonna plant jumbo shrimp all around the office in Galen's cubicle there.
Sounds delicious.
Terrible, though.
It's gonna sit in there and it's gonna get rancid.
Okay.
So it's gonna get real fishy.
Rancid as in the ska punk band.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's gonna play non-stop.
Yeah.
Non-stop.
Hey, the girl's a time bomb. What can you do?
It's gonna be like ska punk and smelly fish, just like 24 hours on a loop. That's all he's gonna get, right? Just fucking
That's fair.
really some like Noriega shit, like just pushing them out. And third, is that 2 steps?
Yeah.
Third step,
Say murder, suicide.
yeah. Well, that's how I was thinking. Like, technically, if you just kill him, right?
That's a good point. You have cut to the core of the problem.
Yeah.
It's
You could
just
murder
I'm gonna
someone.
drug him, bring him out to the woods, and just kill him.
straight murder him.
Straight murder the motherfucker.
I guess like if we
You said you
assume
had to quit.
if we assumed 100% success
You
rate,
don't
he's
work
not gonna
there
show
if
up for
you're
a
dead.
few days.
Yeah.
See, that's the third
He's
step.
gone.
At your
I
job.
don't know
So-
what that's called, but I bet there's a word for
And then
it.
you
It's
tell-
die.
Oh, that's what I
Of course
do.
you do.
That's what I do. So I kill him, and then I sit at his home. I'm on vacation. I've taken a couple weeks
Okay.
off. I really need to unwind. Just take a
You
little
need
me
some
time.
stress.
And so I'm at home, and I'm at Galen's house. So when they're calling Galen's house, I keep answering the phone as Galen, pretending to be Galen, being like,
Fuck off.
And what would you
"Fuck
sound
you!
like?
Yeah, I'm stupid fucking Galen. Hypothetical stupid fucking
Yeah,
Galen.
okay.
I'm
And
jerking it.
I just can't stop
I buy
jerking
it.
my dicks. And
buy
fuck
it.
you, because your noodle
Sam
dick
is
is
horrified.
not a jumbo shrimp, but a beefaroni roll.
Hello.
We were just talking about how we would get someone hypothetically, just for the ease of the argument, named Galen fired from the office. So,
Was it fired specifically?
to quit or fire.
Good.
Okay, that's
leave.
worse. I mean, like assuming like 100%
Sounds
success
less
rate on your hijinks, as long as you
Yeah.
perfectly executed a murder.
As long as there are hijinks.
Right.
Technically, it said, "What is your 3-stage plan to destroy him?"
Oh.
And what
So-
destroys a man like murdered? Being murdered.
Straight murdering.
That
Totally
destroys someone.
destroys you.
That destroys someone. Sam, any thoughts on how you'd fire a hypothetical Galen? No, she's not
No.
into it. Not into it.
Beanling.
I love it.
Well, now that we've gone into the T-shirt section
Is
of
this
the
not a visual
podcast,
medium?
It is
No!
not a visual medium.
I like that it has a little cat.
Right? It's cute.
Who doesn't? Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know what we're looking at right now, it is a T-shirt with a cat or
It's a
pillar.
beanling.
A beeling.
You can. I bought this T-shirt from my friend at www.teesey.com.
There you go. There's a plug.
Nice.
So, and if you add me on Xbox Live, Grave X Titan on Xbox Live, you get a free T-shirt from them. You just enter the code Galen Isaac Galloway sent you. Have a free T-shirt on me, all one word, and
Make sure you charge
There's
it
a
to
hyphen
Galen
between as
Isaac
and Galloway.
Galloway.
Though, please.
yeah. Oh yeah.
And Jeff, we're gonna need your shirt on the way out.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well,
Thank you,
Part
though.
with this bad boy, but I did not pay for it.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
So that's right. You will win a semi-freshly worn shirt.
We will not wash it.
We will not.
Cannot guarantee a wash. It has never been washed.
In fact,
Yeah.
we will promise it won't be washed.
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
Unclean tea.
That's the guarantee
That
with
is-
the Go On
Yep.
podcast. Is you will never receive a clean
Yeah.
garment as
Yeah.
a prize.
A dirty tea.
A dirty tea.
Dirty.
The Dirty Tea podcast. What's our next scenario? as
A
they say?
major movie
Okay.
studio wants to hear your ideas for the next Jurassic Park
I read
movie.
this one earlier. God damn it, Jim.
Oh my god.
What do you mean you read it earlier?
Well, it was floating
Did I leave it
around here,
alone?
so
Oh.
just get ready for it.
Okay.
Their only disclaimer
Okay.
Yeah.
is that your script must, for contractual reasons, include a NASA spaceship, an appearance from Buzz Aldrin,
Very space themed.
That's
so
gonna
far.
be hard.
a twist involving a giant wolf/dinosaur hybrid,
Oh my god.
and Samuel L. Jackson as a bad motherfucker.
Do you want to sit on the couch up behind us, Sam? Are you all right over there?
I need the title, the plot line, and the poster quote.
Okay. Questions.
Questions.
Who's directing?
Valid.
It's a Samuel L. Jackson original, actually.
Wow, he's
Yeah,
directing.
it's his directorial
Wow.
debut.
Oh
my
They
God.
put the franchise in Samuel's hands, and that's why he is in the movie.
Okay.
Starring and directing. Good
Pretty much,
good
yeah.
combo.
Can it be... Wait, did you say it has to be a sequel? Can it be a prequel?
Yeah, it's got to be a prequel if Samuel Jackson's in it.
Right.
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 Oh, yeah.
Wow, wild
Okay.
card.
Excellent. Good.
That's about as far as I thought when I saw it the first time. Like, it's gonna have to be a prequel.
That's good. That is good. Okay.
Any more questions?
No? Who wants to go first?
Galen, you've had the most.
Yeah, I
fun
think
with this
Galen's
fucking
had-
question.
Yeah, Galen.
A week or two.
The working title is gonna be pre-Jurassic Park, but
Okay.
it's not.
Terrible.
It's not
Continue.
gonna be, that's why it's the pre-title because they haven't got.
Cretaceous Park.
Damn it! That's what my title was going to be.
What was the line from when he runs to the toilet? It was when you gotta go, right?
I think
Yeah.
so.
So it's gonna be when you gotta go to space.
To the moon.
Tagline for the poster.
Like TOO space?
Yeah.
To space.
I gotta think of a better title. What we need a poster, right?
You need the plot of the movie
Right.
and the poster
Okay.
quote.
So it's an early experiment. It's just trying to get back laws. They're like, well, we'll do it in space.
Okay.
Who better than
Anti-gravity they need for some reason or
It's
something.
the only way they can really get the magical DNA they find out of
Right.
is
Perfectly clear
space.
environment or some shit.
space mosquitoes.
Okay.
Where dinosaurs went after they left here. Space.
That's
Yes.
accurate,
Yeah.
scientifically speaking.
I know. Thank you. And who would play young Jeff Goldblum? Because I can't get current Jeff Goldblum. It's got to be a prequel. I feel like
Wait, do we need that? Is that part of this?
Extra points, yeah.
Extra points.
I'm going to name as many cast people as I can. Well, he's got to be in it. He's going to be remembered. They're going to pull a Titanic where he's remembering back. It's
Right.
like,
Oh,
I know
some
you thought the
flashbacks?
island was where I first learned about this, but I was lying. I actually knew about it in space. And then flashbacks to young Jeff.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
And then it plays out pretty much like Jason X. When he's in space. Everything else exactly the same with dinosaurs.
Wow.
Okay, you're gonna need a wolf dinosaur hybrid
Well, you gotta try
and
different...
Buzz Aldrin.
Before they tried the frog, like, what else can we try? Wolves, it makes sense. They both eat meat. That scientist was fired that day. But not before he tried to make a wolf dinosaur. What else do I need?
Samuel L. Jackson. I guess
He's there.
Yeah.
He said he worked for NASA first.
Buzz Aldrin.
Yeah, they need a young Buzz Aldrin because that's the only guy who could really take them to the dinosaur space station on the moon.
Okay.
A guy who's already been there.
The
He's
poster
the
quote.
expert.
Give me the poster quote.
You gotta go to space. We covered this.
Okay, fine.
Good.
Good.
Jeff, do you want to go next? You
Yeah,
want me to go?
I'll go
You wanna
next. So I'm thinking 1960s.
Okay.
Gonna land on. We land on the moon yet?
69. we did.
69.
Okay.
1960s. Gonna land on the moon. Because scientists have discovered that there's rare werewolf DNA left on the moon.
I heard
Oh,
about
shit.
that. I
And
heard
And that's
about
what.
that,
Yeah.
And
yeah.
so they send Buzz Aldrin on a secret mission to the moon, to collect this werewolf DNA. So
I've watched this movie so far.
Right? So he gets to the moon, he collects the werewolf DNA, and he comes back.
Yeah.
He meets a young Samuel L. Jackson working as in a DNA lab of some kind, and he's like, "Man, I'm working on this project where we're gonna bring dinosaurs back." And he's like, "That's incredible, but you need to put that on hold right now because I found werewolf DNA, and we can use this to either create werewolves or become werewolves ourselves." And Samuel L. Jackson says, "No." Samuel L. Jackson continues to work on
That's it.
the dinosaur cloning project,
No.
and Buzz Aldrin is sent away. But what Buzz Aldrin doesn't know is that Samuel L. Jackson stole the vial of space dust that contained the werewolf DNA, and he uses it as sort of like I don't know how DNA,
a catalyst.
how DNA or cloning works, but
Right.
he uses it as a catalyst
Right.
to, and that's the sound of a werewolf, like a dinosaur werewolf.
We know what that sounds
It was the sound
For the
from that
record.
montage in Jurassic Park.
For the
where it
record,
goes,
it was obvious.
Dinosaur DNA!
So Samuel L.
There's a
Jackson.
marching sequence right here. It's all very...
So Samuel L. Jackson clones the Werosaur, and
Good naming.
luckily it's not the full moon at this time, so Samuel L. Jackson doesn't know what a werewolf is, and that's why he was so nonplussed about the idea of werewolf DNA. So he's living with this tiny, let's say T-Rex, is growing, and he's like, oh, I love this, it's a super cool reptilian dinosaur, nothing could go wrong. The full moon hits, and Samuel L. Jackson is shocked to discover that the dinosaur transforms into this werewolf. So they gotta call Buzz Aldrin in. As the only man to have stepped foot on the moon, he knows the most about the moon, and therefore would know how to defeat the werewolf.
That holds up?
Doesn't. The werewolf dinosaur...
He says no!
The werewolf dinosaur brutally eviscerates Buzz Aldrin, tears him limb from limb, and continues on a rampage until he is brought down by police and military units using high ordnance ammunition.
Right.
Sweet.
The movie is called Jurassic Park.
Nice.
No title, no number.
No.
That's how you know
Okay.
that it's a prequel.
Nice. And poster quote.
Just that alone.
Okay.
Just in a speech bubble with the dinosaur
All right.
howling at the moon, not turned into a werewolf yet, so you don't know.
Okay.
You know, the plot, it's not ruined.
Right.
That won't be
Yeah.
advertised like you'll know that he's going to turn into a werewolf, so when you see the posters, it'll be extremely confusing.
That's what everyone loves about a good movie. Though.
Exactly. What the fuck is this supposed to be about?
I gotta see this.
I gotta
Yes.
see this.
Spencer.
Okay. We open in the early 1990s, and we have late 1980s, and we have a young Samuel L. Jackson, played by present-day Cuba Gooding Jr.
Nice.
Perfect.
And he is a computer technician.
Okay.
And he is browsing.
President Cuba Gooding Jr. is so old.
I know. And he is browsing he's a beta tester on Workopolis, and he sees a very early build of Workopolis online, and he's looking at it on AOL, and he sees a job posting for computer technician, must be okay, working
And he goes,
with science.
click, right.
Yeah. Must be okay working with science. And so he's like, oh, this is interesting. So he goes to this job interview, and he's sitting in this waiting room. There's a bunch of other people, and he looks over, and we see a young Newman from Seinfeld, played by present-day Newman, because he's lost so much weight.
Perfect.
And so he's like, hey, what are you here for? And he's like, oh, I'm here to apply for this job. It said it involved computers, but you have to be okay with science. And he's like, yeah, me too. That's what I'm here for. And so he goes in for this interview, and they're like, yeah, here's our famous backer. Have you ever heard of Neil Armstrong? And then Neil Armstrong comes out, played by Buzz Aldrin. And
Neil Armstrong plays.
Buzz
right,
Aldrin comes out, and he's like, hi, I'm Neil Armstrong. Do you know what that is? And he looks up, and he goes, what are you talking about? And he goes, space. That's a strike against you. He's like, shit. And then he's like, okay, tell me about this. And he points and he goes, oh, that's a computer. And he's like, you're hired. And he's like, hey, do you know how to put a beaker in one? And he goes, hey, is space up there? And he goes, you were paying attention, I see. So he has a job. And so he...
Hired.
Yeah, he's hired. And so he's like, hey, where is this job, by the way? And he goes, oh, have you ever heard of islands? And here we are. And so he's on the islands.
They're on the like a helicopter doing an interview?
Yeah. This is a spin-off of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., so they're on
Always on the helicopter.
So they go to the island, and him and Newman are working on some stuff, and then Newman utters it's an Easter egg for the current original movies, and he goes, hey, Newman, I got to get by you to get to the bathroom. He goes, what's the secret password, or whatever he says in Jurassic Park. And he's like, oh, not this game again. That quote will be very relevant once you're dead. And everyone is like, oh, I see. That's a foreshadowing.
What an obvious thing to say.
Yeah, that's foreshadowing.
Yeah, that's strange.
And so, what else do I need?
Why is that in here?
What I need on
so you need a wolf dinosaur hybrid.
Really got past the job interview.
Okay. Along with a twist involving a giant wolf dinosaur hybrid. So they are having an investment dinner on the island. They're bringing
Oh,
more
you need a
investors
spaceship
in.
too.
I'm getting there.
Okay.
Jabroni. So,
My nickname.
yeah, so they are having an investment dinner, and they're like, hey, excuse me, Mr. Armstrong, over here from the news. Why do I want to see a dinosaur? He goes, hey, listen over here, you munch. Have you ever seen a wolf dinosaur hybrid? And the guy goes, yeah. And he goes, oh yeah?
Oh, wow.
Check out this. And then
Twist.
and then Chubby Checker comes out, played by, of course, Donnie Darko, and he goes, "Come on, baby, let's do the twist." And then that's the twist involving the giant dinosaur
Oh,
wolf,
nice.
lizard. And so Buzz Aldrin goes, "Hey, I assume I have all your giant checks," and they all hold up those giant novelty checks, and he goes, "To infinity and beyond," and then he steps on a spaceship, and he's gone. So the movie itself is called Jurassic Bark, because the payoff will be when you see the wolf twisting. And then the tagline is, "Come, my lady, come, my lady, you're my butterfly, in case an amber extracted DNA."
Baby.
Oh.
So,
Yeah, Spencer won that one.
thank you!
Hey!
Yeah.
Thank you, Cuba Gooding Jr. Add me on Xbox Live, Grave X Titan.
Cuba's people are probably going to be on it,
I
right?
think so. I think if I know Cuba Gooding Jr., which I do, I think they'll be on it.
You do.
No one maybe has an attitude in Xbox One?
Yeah, it's a tricky. I don't want to get
It's
into
rude,
it.
it's rude.
Yeah,
He's a
it's
PlayStation. He's a PlayStation guy. Yeah.
We got retweeted by Puppy retweet.
Whoa!
Big accomplishment.
That's the power of the
Pretty-
internet. You're
pretty
hearing
good.
that as it's already happened. It's a weird feedback.
One of my favorite up-and-coming mixed martial arts fighters added me on Twitter today. Started following.
Really?
So, yeah, when you guys start seeing Michael Page get famous, you guys will know that
Old,
I was there.
Yeah,
The
I
old
was there.
Mikey...
Michael
Mikey
Venom
Books.
Page is his nickname. So
Venom?
yeah, he's British. We'll give it to him.
Okay, all right.
We'll give it to him.
Venom?
Oh, oi, Venom!
Oi, blokes!
You best not get me in your bloodstream, or else you'll get poisoned. But if you
Right.
eat me, it's still not that bad because it's got to be a bloodborne pathogen.
Even if I did bite you, you just go to the hospital.
Yeah,
It's
get your
a couple of quid, you know, right? Fix you right up.
Get you anti-venom.
Oh, blimey! You're about to get kicked!
Snakes for sale!
What? What's that?
Oh boy.
Just really need you to handle
Okay.
that thing before you knock it over.
This?
What is that?
It's a lamp bergère.
Oh, looks awesome.
That's not a word.
That's like something you'd see in like a Russian Orthodox like church ceremony.
Or it's something that like Nazis would open up and their face would melt in Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
It does both those things.
Wow.
Yeah. That's why you have it.
That makes sense. It makes
7
sense.
minutes.
Your last...
Dang.
the last item you purchased is now your weapon during a zombie apocalypse. What is it? How do you use it to kill zombies and or stay alive?
Last thing we purchased.
The last thing you purchased.
Does that include food?
I was gonna say
Yeah.
I'm gonna get like fucking
Hamburger.
wrecked
It
by
does.
these zombies with defending myself with a fucking spicy Italian from Subway. Only
Is it a foot long?
$7.85 from Subway.
Foot long or 6 cents?
So I always go for the foot long, baby, because I love Subway
Yeah.
so much. Woo woo.
The old,
Jared diet. Woo!
the old Jeff special.
Yeah.
Hashtag Jared diet.
Yeah. The last thing you purchased.
That's relevant.
So-
People are still...
I think they're
Right?
still talking about it.
Okay.
I guess last thing you purchased that could be conceivably used as a weapon.
Sure. I'll take food out of the equation.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I bought a pair of boots.
Okay.
I suppose like. I mean, you would in a zombie apocalypse, you would be doing your best to keep your
That would be
feet
handy.
from bitten. Every time a important character gets bitten
Yeah.
in a zombie movie, it's because he was just like, "Oh, I'm just standing by this like the corner of where this dark alley is," and someone comes around and is like,
I thought I killed that guy.
"Oh, dang!
No.
Oh, boosh! Oh, these guys won't die, eh?"
No, he's biting my fucking ankles.
He's biting my ankles. Go!
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait till I
I'm such a
don't
good
Oh, he's dead.
Ma! Hey, Ma!
What?
I got brains on my boots!
Don't bring it into the kitchen.
Goodfellas of the Dead? What is this? What is this movie?
That'd been good.
Galen, what would your weapon be?
I haven't bought anything for a really long time. Online purchase doesn't count. Tiny plastic toys.
Wow.
Probably the last thing I bought. So that's just a one-shot maybe.
Yikes.
Bind them all in twine around you.
Are they?
Mojo is what I'm holding up.
A delicious bottle of Mojo
Not only
liquor.
would its sugary wonder get me going, it's also a pretty heavy glass bottle.
And could it be a Molotov cocktail? Could you pour out the alcohol and set that on fire around you to make
could.
a fire moat?
After I smash
That's a
one and
terrible
don't break the
zombie
bottle, I
strategy.
turn the rest into a Molotov cocktail.
Do you need to do something your girlfriend needs to forget? Mojo liquor.
Oh.
It's her night.
I believe I win only because I think I found a loophole.
Oh.
Last thing I bought was a cab ride.
Oh.
So I'm sitting in the backseat of a cab.
All right.
And the
Instructing the
cab driver-
person driving you,
Yeah.
hit that guy, hit that zombie, hit that zombie.
So technically, originally it was going to have... today I bought this big thing of cashews. That was the last thing I technically bought.
Right.
So I could whip them at them and hope they have an allergy.
Yeah.
But before that was a cab ride. So I did pay for the service.
Yeah.
I'll count that.
That car is yours legally for the time that you're in it.
Legally speaking, that is a legally binding contract. So yeah.
Yeah.
Zombies keep their allergies after they...
I was thinking
I
that.
believe they
don't,
attain even more allergies.
Yeah.
Really?
If my science is correct.
That sounds right.
Yeah, it
Zombies with
does.
swollen sinuses and
Yeah.
itchy eyes
Yeah.
walking by.
Hay fever.
Yeah.
That's what they're growing
Histamine.
about. All their allergies, that's why they grow.
Yeah, it's true. Jim, who won?
The cab ride.
Yay!
Boom! What's your last thing that you bought? Killer prostitutes.
Snow pants. I bought snow pants.
So
Huh?
do it.
That'll protect you.
Yeah, actually not bad.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
And they kind of had that sheen to them, so maybe like
slide right off.
people-
Except they would hear you coming. You'd hear.
There's a lot of swooshing. Yeah, I'd be the swisher.
Yeah.
The Swisher.
That's what they call me.
It comes in the night. Swisher.
You heard him coming.
You heard him coming.
You heard.
You guys hear that?
That's a scared
Shit,
zombie.
man, that's the Swisher, man!
Man,
really
that goes
scared
miles
zombie.
away.
Yeah, but he's coming, man!
We have like half an hour until that guy is gonna be here.
On us.
Let's make dinner.
Pretty good.
Pretty good, right? What do we do for the last 3.5 minutes? Okay, I got one, guys. I think I understand how to make up these
Yeah.
scenarios.
All right.
Tell me if I get this right.
Let's hear it.
Are you glad no one knows you killed that guy? Yes.
Yeah. I'm glad.
Yes, or yeah.
Yeah. That's-
Yeah, I'm
Did I
glad.
do it right? Did I do that right?
Yeah, no, you're really good at
No,
this.
you're in.
Yeah!
Yeah.
All right!
Good question.
All right!
Who won this round?
I did.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Question
Hey.
asker and winner. That's
Yeah.
really good.
Pretty good.
Hey.
Pretty good.
Yeah, good.
Well, Galen, if people want to find us online for
What's our Tumblr address
some
again?
reason.
It's gone!
Come on!
Oh, that was our best thing.
That's our bread and butter there, Galen, and you just threw it away.
You're a mook with our bread and butter.
You truly are the Doink the Clown of our 1990s WWF.
You mutton head? You chowder head?
Yeah, Doink the Clown, I said it.
Doink the clown.
It's a really good
That's a nice
character.
pull. Yeah. I haven't thought about
But this is
Doink the
Doink
Clown in a
without
long
Dink
time.
the Clown. Remember
No,
Dink
just
the Clown?
the
No
smaller
Dink.
one?
Yeah.
No.
You
Yeah.
just Doink.
Well, because they had a really small one, and then they got a smaller one. Oh, WWF.
Hi-oh! So how can people find us on the net?
On the internet.
Facebook.com/go on the podcast.
Twitter?
Yeah, we go on those too.
What is it?
Really got to pry these out of them.
Podcast.
It's not easy.
Oh, you really got to milk the answers out
That's
of
pretty
this
good.
guy.
You do.
You got the last one?
What else do we
We
have?
have a website.
Oh, yeah. What's the website address?
GoThePodcast.com.
And Galen, if people wanted to send us scenarios, what would they win from you? What would you send them?
Whatever's
That Big
in
Daddy
that-
costume? Oh, it's gone.
No, it's still here.
Huh.
Because the person was going to ship it to, I realized it's going to cost $1 million to ship to England.
Fuck that.
Don't ship anything to anybody who wasn't born on
Shipping
our
things to
sweet,
England
sweet
sucks.
North American soil.
Yeah. What do you
Who do they think they are?
God
Red
bless-
coat trader?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you limey. Oi, send me this package, mate. I've got crumpets with
Yeah.
me lady this afternoon, and I ain't got time for yours, Tom
I wonder if
Chazwazery.
Carmen still listens.
If who?
Our one British fan.
Well, who was
We
her
do
name again? Yeah, what was her name?
What about him?
Her name was Carly. She still
Carly!
Oh,
right.
Carly!
Still
Oh, I'm
likes
going
things
to.
on the website. So
She does.
Fucking embarrassed.
Carly, if you're listening to this, if you would write something on our Facebook wall, we will dedicate the next episode entirely to whatever you want us to dedicate it to.
Oh.
We'll call it imperialism and royalty.
And if you don't write anything, that's very sad, 'cause it means we have 0 listeners at this point. Please write something. Next, how about whoever writes something on our website is what we'll create a topic around it
Anything, please.
Okay.
on our Facebook page. But mostly Carly, if you do it first, then we'll dedicate the whole episode to whatever you want.
Mostly Carly.
Mostly Carly, Governor.
Governor Carly.
Mate, shrimp on the Barbie and
The Beatles.
the Beatles.
Is our mic still on?